Hey guys, my name is Rick Eutsler here with MP3Jesus.com. I've been a musician for many, many years, and I'm no stranger to YouTube. I've been involved in industry I've loved and really had a good time. It's the high-powered airgun industry, and I've got a very popular channel over there. But I've got some other things that I really love to do, and music happens to be one of them. I've been a musician since I can remember. As a youngster, I started playing piano and worked my way up and playing guitar and so forth. I'm not like a great musician. I'm probably average, an average guitar player. And one of the things I really struggle with, especially as I'm getting older and I've been playing the same things for over and over, years and years and years and years, is trying to find something that really gives me some inspiration, some drive to get out and actually do something new. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's talk a little bit about what I got going on here. I've got my Gibson SG. Now this was given to me by my dad. It was probably my very first, real guitar, really good guitar, and it's something that I treasure. I'm using the Amplitude, I guess it's called, application with the iRig interface. It's the new iRig HD2, and I'm running into just a regular old acoustic amplifier. It's a little 20 watt. Just full range amplifier there. Now, what I have found is a lot of the stuff is really geared towards, the overdrive, high gain, all that stuff is super rock stuff. And actually my background is as a metalhead. I used to play a lot of metal as a kid, and drives my daughter crazy and drives my wife crazy. And I found it really tough to find good acoustic tones on some of this stuff because it's really tailored towards that sort of super rock overdriven stuff. So I want to show you what I've got set up here, and maybe it'll give you some inspiration. And I don't want to make these videos too long because there's so much you can do. But basically what the iRig little box lets you do is connect to your iPad, to a computer, to an Android device, and you plug your guitar in here, you run a line out to your amp, and then it lets you control everything about what this is doing. It lets you control with this application. So I've got a basic sort of clean setting here, and you can actually go through, and you can select different bass heads. If I wanted to switch over to, say, a Fender Twin Reverb, it has a modeled sound of that amp, and you have a very different sound. You have all your controls right here, just like you would on the real amp. And moreover, you also have the ability to select different cabinets and how you mic the cabinets, which is actually pretty cool. And you can hear some of the differences. So this is the basic cabinet that I like to use for this. We can go down maybe to an orange 4x12. A little brighter sound. You can actually hear the distinct differences as you switch from the different cabinets, which is really cool from that, inspiration perspective. It allows you to really get creative without spending a ton of money. And we'll get to a little bit about the cost here in a moment. So I go over back to my rig here. And as you see, I've got some different pedals set up here, and you're able to just simply select out of all of these various pedals something that you'd like to hear, plug it in line here, and then you're good to go. You have pedals you can put before the amp and pedals that you put after the amp. So in this case, I've got a gate here. I've got a distortion. If I do want to run a little crunchy sound, I can certainly bring that on board if I want. I love chorus, and when I'm playing a nice clean sound, I want that. I've got the compressor too, which gives me a little bit, gives me the ability to sort of level out that that input going into the amp. It gives me a good full tone. Now the amp here, there's no gain knob because this is really the clean amp. We can go a little bit louder, take the volume all the way out, and there you go. So it's pretty cool. Now I've saved a bunch of presets. I'm going to go back to the original one. To get to that, you simply hit your presets, and I've got my Rick super clean Rick here, and that's this guy. And that's where we started. Now you get your different tones on your guitar just like you would. So that's running off the neck pickup, and we switch down to the bridge pickup, that real bright sound. So I'm able to get a lot of different sounds, clean sounds, just out of something simple like this. The cool thing about this from that sort of inspiration, there we go. Cool thing about this from an inspirational perspective is that it also has, you know, a built-in recording system. So here's something I was just playing with, and I'll just play it. Hopefully it's not too loud here. Let's see what we got here. I can already tell that's going to be too loud. Oh goodness, let's see here. We can go here to the main settings and just bring the volumes down. We're going to bring them way down. Let's see here. And the drums. Let's see here. Just bring that down. Still too loud. There we go. I'm getting word that we can bring the volume up a little bit. How's that? I got the thumbs up from the my sound engineer, which happens to be my 10-year-old daughter today. Well, let's just bring some of these other tones up. So I've pre-recorded these. Okay, so we're going to back this up. Now you can see here. Okay, so I've got the drum tracks looped in there. I've got my rhythm track. I've got my lead track, and then I grabbed my bass here and just did a little bass too. So this is what you got going on here, and let's take a listen. Okay, and all of that really started simply because I picked up my guitar and I'm playing with some sounds here. We're like, there we go. Let's go back over to our rig. Okay, so we're back to our rig. So I picked up my guitar and I just started playing. The idea about being able to get creative and just goofing around and being able to put some stuff down and really kind of find a groove, find some sound that you like, and then, you know, be able to take that and employ it. Maybe you're in a band. I happen to lead worship for our ministry, so I'm able to spend some time here and then go right into something and incorporate some of that. And tools like this really, really help you find those creative juices. This thing has so much that you can do with it, and it's really not that expensive. When we're talking about, you know, investment here, I think I picked this up on sale at Guitar Center. This guy right here, just make sure we have it there. It's upside down. There it is. So that's the rig right there. So I picked this up at Guitar Center. It was on sale, maybe $80. Now I did go ahead and buy the upgrade for the amps and the pedals and all that stuff, and it was on sale too. It was on sale for half price. So turned out that that was like another $75. So I did have maybe $150, $160 invested total into this application. That little amp I have on the floor was maybe $100, $150 when I bought it. I've had it for a while, and I like using that because it's just flat. I mean, there's no it's got effects, but I haven't turned it off, but there's no overdrive or anything like that. It's just a clean sound. So what I'm getting out of here into that is pretty pure. So what I've got as far as what you're hearing is I've got a small condenser mic right in front of this little acoustic amp, and that's what you're hearing. Hopefully it turned out okay. Well guys, that's it for our first video. I don't know what we're going to do with this channel over the long term, but I think we're going to explore that idea of how to get creative and how to find inspiration. And then we'll see what happens from there. We'll go from there with it. For now, my name is Rick Eutsler here with MP3Jesus. Thanks for watching.